did you work with somebody? Like, it wasn't Freeze Love. Did you go on tour or work with somebody?
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy sees you doing comedy somewhere.
No, it's actually, I didn't do a lot of comedy prior to, I did that show in 2012. I might have did another one. I ain't gonna lie, I might have did another one, but once TV came, 2014, the show came out. And show me
Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Well, hold on. You going? Okay, let me go back then. How you get black? How do you get Black Jesus if you're just a stand-up comic? That's why I don't like niggas like you, man. I'm out here struggling like shit, auditioning and shit. You just bumping into shows.
Again, Pierre, another example of God dropping shit on me, because that same friend of mine that I did his student film with ended up working with Aaron McGruder as a staff writer.
Aaron McGruder, Boondocks, created Boondock for those who don't know. But go ahead.
And Jason, shout out to Jason Van Veen, he introduced me to Aaron, and the way I like to think of it is Aaron kind of took a liking to my style, and I originally did some sketches with Aaron to promote his book, All the Rage. Okay. And I think in doing some of those sketches, he gravitated to
nice.
And he asked me one day, how would you like to play Black Jesus in some sketches? I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it.
Right.
And the sketches was part of this show called the Super Rumble Mix Show that he had, and he dropped it on YouTube, and it just kind of sat on YouTube. I didn't really think much of it.
Right.
People would tell me, I saw that shit on YouTube.
Right.
But this was like 08.
Okay.
This was like 08 this happened. So I had already known Aaron before I did my first stand-up show. Like from 08 to 2013, things have been kind of growing and happening, and I wasn't knowing. And then one day, Aaron called me and told me, yo, we got greenlit for a pilot for Black Jesus.
Wow.
And yeah, we did the pilot.
Okay, I saw a couple episodes. Did you do anything prepare? You just said, I'm just gonna go over there and just do my lines. Was you trying to be sort of like more holier than that? Did you really have to, did you try to do something, or just like, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna talk normal?
Pierre, my God, man, I said, man, look, man, God is so good, thank you. Right. He dropped it in my lap. When the original concept of Black Jesus on the sketches, I asked Aaron, is there a script? What do you need me to do? He said, nigga, what would you do if you was Jesus?
No, really?
Yes. And he made it easy for me, because
heck yeah.
It's like the way, and it's genius because, again, it's genius because to give somebody their own interpretation of Jesus. And I'm blessed that it was me.
Yeah.
So, again, what would I do if I was Jesus?
How you talk, how you move,
and I really think if we're all of God know all this fucked up shit about me too.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he might not like it, approve it, or condone it, but he knows this is who I am.
Right.
And I say that to say, I think God has humor. I know God has
without
humor.
a doubt.
Look at my bank account. I know he has humor.
Damn. And this show ain't adding to it right now. Right. We broke over here too. Everybody broke it.
But yeah, but definitely I like the idea, and I like the chance to do it, because it kind of, little did I know or was thinking about it at the time, but it kind of really rocked people's interpretation of the way they thought of Jesus.
Of course.
So, again, and I'm thankful for that, because anything that would bring somebody closer to enlightenment or spirituality, especially if it's something that I can do.
Right. Okay, how many years did it go? 3? The show. Like
three seasons.
Right, 3 seasons. I thought it came 3 seasons. Did you get that's a heavy, because y'all was edgy with this stuff. Mm-hmm. Did you get a lot of pushback from people? Child, I don't play like the Lord. We don't do that over here.
Shit,
Ooh,
no.
Lord.
I mean, not personally. I mean, I might have had a few people that I might know in my personal life, or somebody tell me, oh, my grandma didn't like, what I'm saying? But other than that, nah, it was like people writing about it, and, of course, with that shit that the white people in the office got, I ain't never even seen no shit. Right. All I got was love.
Good.
Even them grandmamas that didn't like it on the onset, after you watch it for a minute, like, damn, okay, because it was always a message. And
right, sure.
It was always a message, and once you get past the idea or the visuals of Jesus smoking weed, cussing, hanging out with street people,
right. Which he probably was doing in real life back in the day, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. We've made an image that we wanted. Everything was clean and sweet and stuff.
Yeah, he was
white. What I'm saying? Yeah.
He was real white.
Oh, you mean what they made up?
That's what they made up.
Oh, yeah.
What they made up was real white.
Yeah, because you look like Jesus more than the picture they got in the house. Okay? That's what Jesus looked like, y'all, right there. Low haircut and everything with a cap on. Okay, look at that. That's Jesus right there. All he needs is a robe and we good. Okay. Okay, let's talk about working with Charlie Murphy, man, the great Charlie Murphy. From what we saw on TV, man, it was so raw. I met him once or twice. You know, he was kind of like the opposite of his brother, a little bit to us, you know, a little more grimy, you know, to tell you how it is and shit. Was he just, that's what he was?
Yeah, man, Charlie Murphy was so cool, down to earth. It wasn't so much he was grimy. Charlie he wasn't gonna pull no punches with you. He a man, and just the way he talked was the way he talked. And I'm sure that, you know, black people, we code switch all the time. So you know how and when to talk to people. But for the most part, you're gonna always get the same Charlie, minus some cuss words depending on who he talking to, or a little more. And you know, Charlie just, man, bro, he was amazing. He was a godsend. I'm blessed and more than humbled to be able to say that I work with that man, especially in his final hours, you know, nearing his final hours, and it was amazing. And much respect to his family. And his children.
You, of course, you knew of him before you got the show because of the Chappelle show.
Oh yeah.
Did your image from when you saw him to when you got to meet him, did it change any? Did you say, I didn't know he's that? Not in a negative way, but just anything. Just like, damn.
No.
Really?
No, because all that shit, Charlie, I can't sit up and tell you anything in particular, but Charlie has some amazing stories. After, after years of you know, being in the public eye with his brother, you know, he's privy to a whole lot of things. And Charlie just was so cool, man.
Right.
He was a dope dude.
I read his book, and I think Eddie was blessed to have a brother like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know he has Vernon and some of the other ones, but to have that bad, because he was like his bodyguard.
Absolutely.
You know, he went to the Navy or something like that, and he came out, and you know, he saw his brother all large, like, what the hell going on? And his brother said, come on, roll me. And he was that dog, like, these other people might smile and do that, but I'm your brother. I got your back in a physical way too, you know. You know what I'm saying? Which is a beautiful thing. Some people don't want to do nothing, back up, but to have that, with him, a character like that in your life, to have your back, to know that if it comes to this, he got it first, or he got it with you.
You know what? In my experience with Charlie and talking to him, and just, you know, we never just sat up and talked about his brother, but I can tell that dude loved his brother.
Oh, without a doubt.
Fiercely, tremendously, and that I always admire that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times in this game can turn family against each other, but it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, him and Eddie got it in that regard. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was
and I think what helped him too is he knew his position. That's what happens to a lot of our problem, not knowing your position in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because if me and you working together and you getting that bread and I'm your boy, I'm playing my position. I ain't trying to get the bread over you. I understand what it is. And the problem is people start saying, my boy getting all that money and cars. I want cars like that. You'll get it, bro, but hold on. You know, we feel like, well, not we. Some people feel like I got to be on your level. I'm not about to be, because we came up together. Yeah, but you know, we're in a different level right now in society. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Between me and you behind, we same shit, nigga, but let's play this game to get what we got to get to.
Niggas don't get it, but Charlie Murphy, he definitely did. He definitely did. And he played his position and made his own.
Come on now.
He made it, you know, again, you mentioned, you know, knowing him from the Chappelle show, but I think again, I remember Charlie, it probably was years later that we like, oh, that was that guy. But again, Harlem Nights, you know what I mean? He did his thing in Harlem Nights. He did his thing in what's the other movie I was just gonna say? Goddamn it, CB4.
CB4.
You know,
I forgot.
Gusto. Charlie, he had been making noise in his own little way, but it took the Chappelle show for us to be like, damn, that's that.
Right.
And
I found out he bumped up a lot of stuff that Eddie was doing in the movies. He wrote a lot of pins some stuff behind.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
you know. Yeah. But it's funny, he had to play that position because I don't think America would have been ready for him if it wasn't for Eddie. You know, I'm saying you put Eddie.
Eddie had to smooth him over.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Charlie was what it was. It was a blessing. Like I said, I met him on a couple occasions. Always cool. Didn't have the luxury of knowing him like you knew him, you know, to sit down and talk. Because I like sometimes, that's why I came with the show, man, to sometimes just sit back and talk to my friends and just have a conversation instead of passing by. What up, bro? I got love for you. I holler, lady, blah, 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 boom. But to sit down and just talk. Yeah.
A lot of
all that, man. Come on. Let's do lunch shit.
Fuck
man, there's so many of these niggas in this business, man. I'm just, and what hurts me too, man, like sometimes, like, I got love for these folks, and to see them do some bitch shit, especially when it involves me, or not be that man, stand on their 10 toes, man. I'm like, on their square, I'm like, damn, dude, you know, it makes me feel different, but I'm like, you know what, P? Everyone's not gonna rock like you.
You know what, and P, that's why I stay Sucka, Duckin, and Busta dodging. Because look here,
love it.
I kind of like, you know, again, I try not to play these niggas too close. I'm cool with damn near everybody I've met in the game. I can't think of nobody I'm not. Either I'm cool with you or I'm indifferent. I don't even, and I think that's because I try not to play these niggas too close. All this whole let's go to lunch shit and fuck all that weird shit. We ain't been doing that, nigga. Where the studio at?
Right.
We can talk about that at the studio or whatever.
No,
All this whole weird shit. See, these niggas just be wanting your number in their phone.
Right.
That's all they
Ooh.
want. They just want to hang out with you and take a picture with you so the next time your project blow, they can post it and say, hey, I know that nigga.
That's real
You know
shit
what I'm
too.
saying? I hate that old weird shit, nigga. Call me when the money's up.
Right. I've seen people, when people die, I seen pictures of them hanging with people. I'm like, nigga, I never knew you knew that person. You never expressed that for 15 years. I know you, but now he passed away. It's my name.
Right.
Woo-wee.
That one picture you got from 04 that you took in front of the House of Blues.
Right.
You can tell the nigga got the FUBU shirt.
Hell no. What year it is? Hell no.
You know.
And the FUBU tennis shoes when people they don't buy them.
Right.
But no, that's why I really appreciate the other week when you said, yo, P, I don't hear much fucked up shit about you, man. I'm like, I appreciate that. I try so hard, man, to be a man of my word in your face. And I call niggas out. I've called people out. And they, oh damn, hostile nigga. And I'm not hostile. I'm just telling you that's some fugazi shit is.
Weird. Hey, these niggas be weird. Just, hey, for real, these niggas be weird out here. It's not to say they not good, cool people, but they be weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Weird,
There's a couple of comics that I hear, you know, talk crazy and people rail against them. And I'm like, nah, they tell a lot of truthful shit, y'all. You know, because we all want to kumbaya and hug each other. But that ain't what's happening behind the closed doors. So, so for you to circumvent through all that, that's crazy. If you like that clip, hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. In fact, why don't you hit both of them?